Thank you, Your Excellency, and that hii ni mwalike Bishop Joel Nzomo atufunga tuendelee mbele.
And we thank you even because of the wisdom you've given us.
Basi kwa Mwenyezi Mungu na pia kwenu, na ningetaka kusema viongozi wa makanisa katika eneo hili, Gospel Church, Catholic representative Reverend Mwalwa, Bishop Jackson, Secretary General UCA, na NCCK Lower Region.
Victor Mambo, KBZ Radio Mwato FM.
Rose Mokonyo, Radio Maisha Standard.
Umo TV.
Festus Muli, Thome FM.
Na karibuni. Before you ask questions, because you are many, we won't, yes, we will have questions if there are, but I will ask Bishop Kamba nundu kimba keke komete okambani iye patemo bakawandini na ilatu neno bo wa Mavoko ukite haki itu na tuyo ukite haki jaitu ni Demolition this ya Kenya nundu ba ya Mavoko penza luo pe kubayo onde oiva mukisi ya Kenya is our home na hivi muboya nundu tunenge tu ni Biblia kumboya musumbe na kuminge hatuwezi kuingilia. Kama wamemuita wanajua ni kwa nini. Hawakutukonsulti, hawakutuuliza. Kwa hivyo kwa sababu hatujui hatuwezi kujibu. Enda ngwatanio. Ya? Naitwa mtu mane nyumuka boye. Nundu twalea kweyo kitea. Toyo kitewa. Kenya walea kuivanga. No banga wanaume alange no iwetwa nago. Thank you.
Members of press and all of us present, that is the issue that we have been addressing. Heartbreaking to see families, to see children kicked out of their homes and with nowhere to go, and with no other hope. And that's why we took time to talk about it and request the government, to come or to appreciate the suffering of these people. This is our country. And they could have been dealt with in a more humane manner. You don't just unleash, bulldozers, condone the place as if it's a war zone. And yet we are Kenyans. And that is our concern, that the land, and as it has been put, people have settled there for a long, long time, with the government and all the parties involved aware of it, and doing this to people is heartbreaking, to say the least. And therefore, that's why we've come across and plead with the government to stop this. And because that parcel of land is quite big, resettle them and even compensate them. What else do we want them to do? These are our brothers. We are not even talking about members of our community. They are people from all across the country. They've settled there. And we are talking on behalf of those people who can't say much for themselves and are depressed, that the government, and it has the ability to resettle them, compensate them, and we can live for the sake of peace in this area. We've been very peaceful all along and supporting the government, and we wish, that the government appreciates our goodwill and working together. But doing this to Kenyans in this day and age, hapana. We are together. So that's what we talked about. It's painful, but we wish that this comes to an end. And even to talk about, pulling down schools, where are these children going to go? And the exams are just around the corner. The rains are coming. Where do we expect these families to go? And they are Kenyans, and this is our home. All of us, even those who are voiceless, this is our home. We have no other home. Kenya is our home. So that's what we are pleading with, that this stops and these people are compensated. And the matter is addressed so that we can live in peace. So thank you, thank you.
And 6, that the people of Machakos feel discriminated against because the president and his deputy are on record promising to stop such inhuman demolitions in other parts of the country, but have sanctioned the same activities against the people of Machakos. We say no to this discrimination, and the demolitions must stop forthwith. 7, the land being contested was originally held as community land by the Kamba community and never transferred to any other party in a legally conclusive manner. That, number 8, that the affected persons must be compensated because by allowing the construction of homes, churches, schools, and the provision of electricity, water, among other amenities, is a testimony that the government implicitly sanctioned the settlement. 9, that His Excellency the President should visit the scene of demolition to personally assess the suffering of the affected people and to urgently convene a meeting of elected leaders in Machakos County and the clergy in order to find a lasting solution to land issues in Machakos County and the larger Ukambani. 10th, that we call upon all men and the women of goodwill of Machakos County, and indeed the entire Ukambani, to stand up and be counted by standing on the right side of history on this matter. And this document, signed by the represented denominations that I mentioned here earlier. Thank you. So, at this one, that we promise to work with His Excellency President William Ruto but wish to register our disappointment with his administration in the manner that, without notice and consultation, the government has undertaken demolitions of private property, churches, and schools of the residents of Mavoko in Machakos County, causing untold suffering. However, we feel that our mutual understanding, respect, confidence, and a consultative spirit have been breached, which we promised the President when he last visited. 2, that the ongoing demolitions and evictions in Mavoko, where churches have been desecrated, learning institutions like schools totally halted, and personal property crushed into rumbles in complete violation of the law and against biblical teachings, which is tantamount to blasphemy. 3, that the demolitions are a violation of human rights and against international law. 4th, in line with the Constitution of Kenya 2010, that Article 1, that the territory of Kenya is divided into counties specified in the 1st century. The Article 2, the government at the national and the county governments are distinct and interdependent and shall conduct their mutual relations on the basis of consultation and cooperation. Article 3, a national state organ shall ensure a reasonable access to its services in all parts of the Republic, so far as it is appreciated to do so, having regarded to the nature of the service. These provisions of the law were all ignored. Number 5, that His Excellency the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya should forthwith order an immediate cessation of the demolitions in the interest of national security, peace, and in an effort to solve the current humanitarian crisis in Mavoko.